Hello students, so I am back with the fourth video. This is chapter 3, the enchanted pool. Okay, this is the story taken from Mahabharata. The stipulated period of 12 years was drawing to a close. One day a deer was rubbing itself against a sage fire kindling mortar, and as it turned to go, the mortar got entangled in its horns, and the frightened animal fled wildly with it into the forest. Now what happened? 12 years time was over, and one day a deer came over there against the sage. Sage was sitting over there, so his horns were tangled in his mortar. So he was very much frightened that now the sage will punish me. So he ran away with the mortar. In those days, matches were no unknown, and fire was kindled with pieces of wood by mechanical friction. This was the time when the fire was not invented. Okay, so when we want to get the fire, we have to rub the wood by the mechanical friction. Alas, the deer is running away with my fire kindler, shouted the sage, and rushed towards the Pandavas for help in his distress. So the sage got very much upset. He ran towards the Pandavas and said that, alas, this deer has taken my mortar. The Pandavas pursued the animal, but it was a magic deer which sped in great leaps and bounds, decoying the Pandavas far into the forest and disappeared. Now that deer was not a real deer, it was just a magical deer. So it sped great leaps, decoying the Pandavas. It had left the Pandavas in the deep into the forest, and then it disappeared. Worn out by futile chase, the Pandavas sat in great depression under a banyan tree. Nakula said, "We cannot render even this trifling service to the sage. How we have degenerated sadly." So Nakula was very much upset. He said, "We were unable to find out this deer. So what answer will we give to the sage?" Yudhishthira noticed with sorrow that his brothers has lost their cheerfulness and courage. So Yudhishthira was very much upset that his brother is not cheerful now. He thought they would be more cheerful with something to do. So he said he wanted his brother to be cheerful. He was tormented with thirst, and so he said to Nakula, "Brother, climb that tree and see whether there is any pool or river nearby." Now he wanted to divert the mind of his brother. So he said to Nakula that climb the tree and see whether there is any river nearby. Nakula climbed the tree, looked around and said, "At a little distance, I see water plants and cranes. There must certainly be water there." Now what does Nakula say? Nakula said that I can see that there are some water plants over there. So I think that there will be water also. Nakula was glad when he got to the place and saw there was a pool. Now Nakula went to that place and was very happy on seeing the pool. He was very thirsty himself and so thought of quenching his thirst first before taking water in his square for his brother. But no sooner did he dip his hand in the transparent water than he heard a voice which said, "Do not be rash." Now what happened when he reached the pool? He said, "First I will drink the water, then I will take the water from my brother." So as soon as he put his hand in the pool, the sound came from there, "Do not be rash, do not be cruel. This pool belongs to me. O son of Madri, answer my questions and then drink the water." That voice said that you have to answer my question, then only you can drink the water. Nakula was surprised, but carried away by his intense thirst and heedless of warning, he drank the water. Now he was very much surprised, but he didn't concentrate on the voice, so he drank the water. At once, overcome by great drowsiness, he fell down to all appearance dead. Now what happened suddenly? As soon as he drank the water, he fell down. He was now out of his senses. Surprised that Nakula had not returned, Yudhishthira sent Sahadeva to see what the matter was. Now Yudhishthira was very much worried that Nakula has not returned, so he sent Sahadeva. Okay, when Sahadeva reached the pool and saw his brother lying on the ground, he wondered whether any harm had come to him. But before looking into the matter further, rushed irresistibly to the water to quench his burning thirst. When Sahadeva reached that pool, he was very much surprised to see that his brother is lying down. So he wanted to find out what the matter was, but he wanted to quench his thirst first. He said, "First I will drink the water, then I will find out the matter." The voice was heard again, "O Sahadeva, this is my pool. Answer my questions, only then you may quench your thirst." Now again the voice came. As soon as Sahadeva went to the river and wanted to quench his thirst, voice came that first you have to answer my question, then only you can drink the water. Like Nakula, Sahadeva also did not heed the warning. Like Nakula has not taken Like Nakula has not taken the warning seriously, same Sahadeva did not take it seriously. He drank the water and at once dropped down. He drank the water and as soon as he drank the water, he fell down. Puzzled and worried that Sahadeva also did not return, Yudhishthira sent Arjun to see whether the brothers had met with any danger. Now, Yudhishthira was very much worried that both of them have not returned. So he sent Arjun for them to see it. Okay, and bring water, he added, for he was thirsty, and he said that bring water for me also. Arjun went swiftly, he went fastly over there. He saw both his brother lying dying near the pool. He was shocked at the sight, felt that they must have been killed by some lucky foe. Now when he went there, he saw that both his brothers are dead. So he said that some enemy had came here and they have made him dead. Though heartbroken with grief and burning with the desire for revenge, all feelings else submerged in the monstrous thirst which irresistibly impelled him to the fatal pool. Now he was also feeling very thirsty, so all his feelings fell down and he wanted to drink the water. And as soon as he reached the pool to drink the water, again a voice was heard. Answer my questions before you drink the water. Voice said to Arjun that you have to answer my question before you drink this water. This pool is mine. If you disobey me, you follow your brothers. Now pool, what did the pool say? That if you disobey my orders, if you don't answer to my questions, your condition will be same as your brothers. Arjun's anger knew no bounds. He cried, "Who are you? Come and stand up to me and I will destroy you." Now Arjun was very angry. He said that come in front of me. I am going to destroy you. And he shot keen edged arrows in the direction of the voice. He took out the edge voice and shot it in the direction of the voice. The invisible being laughed in scorn. Your arrows do but wound the air. Now he said, but the voice said that your arrows cannot do any harm to me. They are in the air only. Answer my questions and then you can satisfy your thirst. The voice said that first you can answer my question, then you can satisfy your thirst. You can drink this water. If you drink the water without doing so, you will die. The voice said that if you drink the water before answering my question, you will also die. Greatly vexed, Arjun made up his mind to seek out and grapple with this elusive foe once he had quenched his terrible thirst. Now he was very angry, okay? He is getting irritating. So before this, he wanted to quench his thirst because he is feeling very thirsty. After anxious waiting, Yudhishthira turned to Bhima. Dear brother Arjun, the great hero, has also yet not returned. Now Yudhishthira said to Bhima that Arjun has also returned. He is such a great hero and he has also not returned. So you should go and check it. Something terrible must have happened to your brothers. Please seek them out and be quick about it. Now Yudhishthira is very much worried. He said to Bhima that go fast and check out what had happened. Also bring water, for I die of thirst. Bhima, racked with anxiety, hurried away without a word. Now he said that bring water for me because I am feeling very hungry. His grief and rage can be imagined when he saw his three brothers lying there dead. Now when Bhima reached there, he saw that three of them were dead now. He thought, this is certainly the work of Yakshas. I will hunt them down, but I am so thirsty, I shall drink water so that I can fight them better. So he said this is the work of Yakshas. He's 100% confirmed that this is the work of Yakshas. So he said that I will fight with him, but I am feeling very thirsty. First I will drink the water. And then he descended into the pool and he walked towards the pool.